Welcome back to Andersen Acres. It's a little blustery outside today, so instead of going outside to film, we are going to talk a little bit about another chicken breed that I find rather attractive. This one hails from the far north of Switzerland, and it's called the Appenzeller Barthuhner. I really like them because I'm quite fond of the bearded breeds. I really like that chubby chin that the bearded breeds have. So I really like this guy. Not everyone finds him as spectacular as I do, but I did have a hen. I don't have her anymore because it's been a few years, but I had a hen of this breed, and the Appenzeller Barthuhner, they're really kind of sweet and they look really cute. And I like having one or two on the farm. Barthuhner actually means bearded hen. So the fluffy chin is standard on all of these birds. There isn't a bearded and a non-bearded variety. There's only a bearded variety. There's also no bantam version of this one. Only full size. Yeah, you can get the occasional bird that's a little bit smaller, but this particular bird does not have a bantam variety. These guys were developed in the colder regions of Switzerland. They were created to lay very well, but still tolerate the frigid temperatures. That's why they have that rose comb and those smaller wattles covered by a beard. They're not as prone to frostbite as a lot of different breeds, so they're really quite good in places like I am, where I'm up in Canada. So we get very, very cold. So they're really good up here because they don't get the frostbite that your leghorns or your Orpingtons are more prone to. So I really like them. They're also a bit of a larger bird. They're not as big as your Orpingtons or something like that, but they are still a decent sized bird. They are a rarer breed, not typically seen outside of shows. So if you are interested in obtaining one, you're going to have to look, maybe order hatching eggs. You might even have to go on a wait list. Not all breeders part with them very easily. They lay a decent amount of eggs, about 180 to 220 a year, and they're a creamy white. So the egg is not a pure white, but unless you put it next to a pure white egg, you're going to have difficulty realizing it's not a white egg. There are only 4 allowed colors for the Appenzeller Barthuhner. They are black, blue, laced, and a black red. Only those 4 colors are allowed, and breeders do tend to keep them in colored breeding groups. So typically, if a breeder is breeding the black reds, they don't breed the other type. You get a lot of specialization in this breed, partially because they're so rare. These are a very active bird. They're a good free ranger and a great forager. If you have a decent summer, even spring and fall, the bird can practically feed itself. They're very, very good at it. The downside here is that they don't tolerate confinement well. So if you have a small yard or you have to keep them locked up in a tiny coop a lot, this may not be the breed for you. They're not at all flighty and they're quite calm. The males can be a little bit aggressive during breeding season, so if you do have a rooster, you might want to just watch out for him during the spring and early summer. He might be a little more aggressive than normal, but the hens are absolutely lovely and they're definitely worth a look. They're an easy breed to keep, they're not difficult, and I might not recommend them for a true beginner when it comes to chicken keepers. But if you've had chickens a year, 18 months or so, the Appenzeller Barthuhner is definitely a bird you could see getting into. There's not that much to know about these birds, so that's about it for this afternoon. And we will hopefully see you tomorrow.